averaged over 21 points in her collegiate career. That's third most amongst active players.
For what was 41 points with an NCAA tournament record-tying 9 made threes en route to the 94-87 win.
I love Caitlin Clark.
She's fantastic.
This time, it's Iowa. The Hawkeyes are headed back to the Final Four.
Well, we're enjoying Easter Sunday today, even though it's a little cool here outside of MVP Arena here in Albany, New York. We got the opportunity to talk to a lot of fans today, both Oregon and LSU, or excuse me, South Carolina. We got their views on who they wanted to play next Friday, whether it was Iowa or LSU.
The excitement in the air is palpable as the NCAA's Final Four draws near. And amidst the anticipation, one name echoes louder than the rest: Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Their journey to this moment has been nothing short of extraordinary.
What do you think about Caitlin Clark, the attention she's getting, and what the skill that she plays with?
I definitely think it's really positive for women's basketball at large. Obviously, Caitlin Clark doesn't play for South Carolina, so we're always rooting against her a little bit, and we want the best for the Gamecocks. But I think it's really good for basketball at large, and especially with her going to the WNBA and declaring, you see like the ticket prices are rising, and everybody is really focusing on March Madness this year. So I think it's really positive for the game, even though she's not a Gamecock.
With every game, Caitlin continues to play with great spirit and courage, never backing down, never afraid of the moment. A maestro is an artistic master, someone who is skilled enough to be considered an artistic genius. Caitlin is a maestro on the basketball court. Her seeming intuitive-like read of the defense and what's occurring at that exact moment has her performing with surgical-like precision in making the next winning play. Iowa's path to the Final Four has been marked by grit, determination, and sheer brilliance on the court. Despite facing formidable opponents and navigating through the most challenging of schedules, they have emerged victorious, earning their rightful place among basketball's elite.
So we follow Caitlin Clark quite a bit. What do you think of her as a player?
She's a really good player, I'd have to say.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, as Gamecock fans who have been the #1 team in the country all year long and are 35-0, we sort of felt like we were getting a little bit overlooked and she was a little bit overhyped. But I watched her play yesterday, and she's a really, really, really great basketball player.
Opposing teams may try to contain her, but she always finds a way to make both the spectacular plays as well as the exact pass, resulting in her teammates being in stride and ready to score. Perhaps the biggest remaining question of this Final Four is, will Caitlin Clark complete her year of maestro leadership and scoring and bring the national championship back to her home state of Iowa?
She's always looking forward to the next challenge, the next opportunity. But let's move on to the next one. Let's get ready for the next game. What can I do better?
So you guys win today. Next Friday in Cleveland, you're going to face Iowa or LSU. Who would you rather face?
Iowa. Give me Iowa. I'd like to face Iowa.
At the heart of Iowa's remarkable journey lies the undeniable prowess of Caitlin Clark. Her leadership, skill, and unwavering resolve have been the driving force behind the Hawkeye success. With every pass, shot, and strategic move, Caitlin has proven herself to be a force to be reckoned with, leaving opponents in awe and fans on the edge of their seats.
What is it about Caitlin and her effect on young kids that you think, what do you think about that?
I love her confidence. She definitely helps me, especially as an athlete, build my confidence for how I play sports. So it's definitely interesting, and I love seeing her play. She's a generational player, so it's awesome to see her play.
Caitlin's basketball IQ is off the charts. She sees the court like no other, making split-second decisions that typically result in her teammates' layups or open threes. Caitlin leads all players in the women's NCAA basketball in assists and points scored. To lead all of women's basketball in both of these categories simultaneously is a huge accomplishment.
We follow Caitlin Clark fairly closely, the sports channel. What do you think of her play? What do you think of her as a person?
She's insane, she's really growing the game. I think what she's doing for little kids is awesome. It's really cool to see little boys wear her jersey too, because not only is she growing the women's game, but she's growing the game just in general, the whole game of basketball, and it's really, really cool to see, especially in our generation. I mean, we grew up playing basketball, and we watched Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi, so to see another legendary player like that just grow it even more, it's so cool to see.
It's one more example of Caitlin's unprecedented combination of being great at making her teammates better, while also being an unrelenting threat to hit a three whenever and wherever the ball is in her hands. Even fans of rival teams can't help but admire Caitlin's skill and tenacity. Whether they're rooting for Iowa or their own team, everyone recognizes Caitlin's undeniable talent and impact on the game. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, there's no denying her ability to dominate the game. Whether she's hitting logo threes or orchestrating plays with pinpoint passing precision, Caitlin's presence on the court is nothing short of legendary. Her basketball IQ and strategic vision set her apart, making her a formidable opponent for any team.
What do you guys think of Caitlin Clark?
I love Caitlin Clark.
She's fantastic. Well, I like that she's really kind of pissing off people by acting the same way that guys have for 30, 40 years. It's so interesting. Like, she does stuff like, and goes, who does she think she is? She's great. She's absolutely worth doing that.
Assuming South Carolina wins today, who would you rather face on Friday, LSU or Iowa?
Ooh.
LSU. But, oh wait, no.
No, that's tough.
I want Iowa to win, but I'd rather face Iowa and then Iowa beat South Carolina.
I just hope.
What? Wait a minute, wait a minute. You just said you'd rather face Iowa and then have Iowa beat South Carolina?
Yes.
But you're a South Carolina fan.
Right now.
Yeah.
As the Final Four showdown looms large, all eyes are on Caitlin and the Hawkeyes as they prepare to face off against the nation's best. With top-seeded South Carolina, NC State, and UConn standing in their way, the stage is set for an epic battle of wills. Can Caitlin lead her team to victory and etch her name in Final Four history once again?
You followed Caitlin Clark at all?
Oh yeah, very much so. I think she's going to be amazing in the WNBA.
Tell me about why you think that.
Because she has the ability to set up plays, not just make her own. She can shoot from outside, she can shoot inside, that's fine, but she also sets up her teammates as well, and rebounds and does all the right things to make a team game happen. So I think I do believe she's gonna beat LSU this time around. I think she's gonna go at least to the final.
The matchups couldn't be more tantalizing, with each game promising high-stakes drama and unforgettable moments. From the Gamecocks' unbeaten streak and Vegas' favorite to win the national championship, to the Wolfpack's stunning upset over #1 seed Texas. From Iowa's relentless pursuit of their own glory, to Paige Becker and UConn's surprise takedown of USC and Juju Watkins, the Final Four promises to be a spectacle like never before. As the countdown to tip-off begins, basketball fans everywhere eagerly await the clash of these titans that awaits in the Final Four, with Caitlin Clark perhaps leading the charge in regards to who's wearing the Superwoman's cape this weekend in Cleveland. The stage is set for a showdown of epic proportions. Get ready for basketball's ultimate showdown.